53 degrees. Just kidding, folks. It was really chilly this morning, but we should be all right. Getting up to 62 and sunny tomorrow, 67 and sunny on Sunday. Then some cloud coverage over the next couple days after that, but could be a little bit warmer up in those high 60s for a little bit after that in the next week or so. Maybe just a tiny little bit of precipitation there as well. So, good to be here. Big thanks to Tony D for tossing it to us in the previous hour. Tony D Show Sportsline Bulldog Hour. Tony D from 2 to 3 p.m. on the weekdays. And also, Paul Metter Show Central Valley Sports Report, which is airing tomorrow, 10 a.m. to noon. I'm sure he's got a full recap of all the high school hoops action from this week. A lot of guests, a lot of people to talk to. He's going to be gearing that up for us tomorrow, 10 a.m. to noon on First String Sports, which you can listen to live on the 1430 ESPNFresno.com website and on the ESPN Fresno app, which you can download live free on the Apple Play and Google Play stores there. We're also streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Good to be here as well. Hello to our audience out there. Be sure to subscribe to our channel so you can be notified when we go live every day for our shows. So be sure to tune in there. Great way to catch up on all of our programming. It's good to be here. Folks, it's great to be here. What a great day. USA Hockey getting it done today. That's where we lead off. We'll talk some high school basketball, talk a little Fresno State basketball as well, and wrap up the show. Get you set. Lakers-Clippers tonight. We got a little bit of talk about that as well, previewing that one, all before the end of the hour here, so lots to get into. But I want to lead off, of course, with the Hockey USA men's hockey, just with a ho-hum 6-2 performance over Slovakia, and the United States is heading to the Gold Cup, the gold medal game on Sunday against Canada. Very excited for that. Canada barely escaping today with a win over Finland, 3-2. Goal in the final 30 seconds for Canada. And Macklin Celebrini and that crew is heading on over. So Sharks fans' worst nightmares have become realized. They're going to have to root against their boy, huh? Macklin Celebrini on that roster. But can't wait for it. What a full-time performance, and I'm feeling the civic pride today. I don't know. That's just what it brings out with me in the Olympics. But, guys, it's good to be here. Good to be joined by a couple of great people on this Friday. Of course, we got Jorge in the studio as well over to my right. Jorge, how we doing on this Friday?
It's Friday. We got there.
Just an hour today, and then on our way to the high school hoops tonight.
High school hoops.
Feels I got the Friday feeling going.
Girls high school hoops.
Yes.
It's different.
Yeah, we've done it. We did a girls game last year. We do a girls game every year, and I try to get one in there. So there we go. We also got Chase in today. Chase, how we doing on this Friday?
Man, we're feeling blessed and highly favored. We're feeling good.
Feeling good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How it's been a while since I've seen you in person because we've been kind of running around the last few weeks, but it's good to be in on the Friday feeling, right?
Yes, sir.
Have you been locked in on Have you watched any of the Olympics? Have you followed any sort of the Olympic coverage the last couple of weeks as it wraps up on Sunday?
Yeah, a little bit. I was looking at I forgot what it's called. It's like the sledding one where they like
the bobsled.
The bobsled, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I also looked at the broom one.
Oh, curling.
The curling, yeah.
Yeah. It seems like the curling is the hot sport that caught on this whole
broom one.
The broom one. Hey, they got brooms. He's absolutely correct, man.
I feel like I'm in ballpark.
Right.
I'm talking about the hockey, of course, but is there a sport that you feel like has gained popularity throughout this whole couple of weeks as we're going to wrap up the Olympics on Sunday and say goodbye to the Winter Games before it's on to L.A. in 2 years, right? Crazy to think about that, huh? But I'm trying to think of the popular sports, the memeable moments, the ones that people have been paying attention to the most. And yeah, curling seems to continue to be the top riser for me. If I'm going to go get a litmus test of what this Olympic game has gained popularity in.
I would say biathlon.
Biathlon certainly got some pub.
Because that guy said that he cheated on his girlfriend.
What?
Remember?
No, I don't remember this. This is wild news.
No, we talked about it.
Did we talk about this?
Yeah, the guy that said he cheated on his girlfriend and he was asking for forgiveness.
Oh my god.
Girlfriend of 6 months.
I must.
he won bronze, and then they interview him, and in the interview, and live TV, mind you,
Of course.
he said that he made a horrible error, and he wanted to ask for forgiveness on his girlfriend because he cheated on her.
Wow.
She did not like that.
No, I don't think so. Airing out the laundry on live international television probably ain't the
crazy.
move.
That was the most meme moment of the whole.
Well, that or okay, you went memeable. I want more like what internet popular. Of course.
Well, now everybody knows what biathlon is because
Certainly
he's a
they.
biathlon athlete.
Are we going to have more
what is
biathletes
this?
because of the cheating man? Is that what we're going to have? Or?
We could. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Possible.
I don't know if I'm putting on a pair of skis and going around the wilderness because a man cheated on his girlfriend, but so be it. To each their own in terms of it. I think figure skating continues to just reign supreme in a lot of that stuff too. It feels like everybody's locked in on the figure skating.
Yeah, the 18-year-old girl from Clovis,
20 years old.
20-year-old
Alyssa Liu
20-year-old.
from Oakland, California now. She lives in the Bay Area. And
Born in Clovis.
Yeah. Born in Clovis.
20-year-old woman.
Yeah, 20-year-old Alyssa Liu. I watched her routine last night because I didn't get a chance to. Because here's the horrible thing about the Olympics is their scheduling. I think their scheduling is maybe the worst they could ever consider.
You gotta watch them on
They scheduled the women's final with the women's hockey final, so of course I can only watch one. And so I locked in on the women's hockey, and then later in the prime time last night, I did finally watch her routine, and it was incredible. It was a lot of fun to watch her go through her routine.
She's pretty funny, dude. She's she's very young, but you can tell she's straight up from the Bay.
Oh yeah,
the way she acts, the way she talks, straight up from the Bay.
She's like, I don't care about winning the medal. I just care about me and having fun and just living life, right? And winning can lead to that, right?
Yeah, then she went on like a 360 freaking
right
jump twice.
But
so.
I guess I didn't realize how much of a comeback it was for her because she'd been out of the sport for a couple years.
Yeah.
Right? She hated it. And then she got into it. And she was like, you know what? I'm going to just do it on my own terms because she just got burnt out. By 18 years old, you get burnt out like that, right? Yeah. And somehow she came back without competing for like a year and ended up being the best in the world. It's incredible to think about, right? And she got a gold for the first time since 2002, which is insane. But we're getting a lot of firsts in this Olympics, which leads me to hockey again, right? Because the U.S. hockey, this is the big monkey on the back of the United States hockey program right now. Jorge, can you take a guess of when the last time they won gold?
98?
1980.
Dang.
The Miracle on Ice.
Wait, what?
That is the last
That was
time
the last time?
the United States won gold medal.
U.S. hockey.
U.S. hockey. U.S. men's hockey. I found that hard to believe. I swear we got one.
I know.
In between all
that's why I'm like, maybe it's that gaslighting or what is it called?
Gaslight. I don't know if that's the word.
No, that's not the word.
Jorge, I would be worried about what you think people are doing. I guess to you anyway, if you know what that is. Anyways, no, man, 1980, and they are a game away. And so I asked a question on Twitter, where in Fresno Clovis is going to be what bar is going to be open at 5 a.m. I'm calling out. I need people to tell me where's the place I need to go watch this hockey game on Sunday at 5 in the morning. What are the spots, man? Like people, if you know a place, give me a call.
Like, Stromer's just to open up.
You said that with the World Cup stuff, right?
World Cup, yeah. So I don't know if that was legal or not. They were open.
Whatever.
I think that if they have like breakfast, I think they're able to open. So they always have the menu, their breakfast menu and stuff like. So I don't know.
Are you driving around right now? I need to know for folks who are out there. 559-320-1430. What's the 5 a.m. go-to spot on Sunday in Fresno Clovis area to go watch this hockey game, this gold medal hockey game? Right? You can't miss this, right? If you're a big fan of moments for this country and whatever you however you feel or whatever, anything like that, this feels like it kind of transcends that a little bit, right? Because I feel like gold medal game for all the marbles. We felt this with the U.S. women's soccer last year.
Yeah.
We felt this with the basketball
A little
Olympic
unity.
in summer. This feels like the same gravity to me. And we remember how crazy Four Nations was and how that all turned out. So it is brutal. It's at 5 a.m. I swear I've been trying to swear off like waking up at 5 a.m. last couple weekends, but I've been just doing that because I had to like drive around or travel in certain aspects of it.
The idea is that you don't go to sleep. You don't
No, that's a mistake. Jorge, bad advice. Because I've done that, man. And let me tell you, you cannot recover for 4 days. And especially with a man like me in my 30s, I am not about to tempt fate. I'm not about to tempt fate that way.
That is true. The last time I did it, I was in my 20s.
I had to fly out for Hawaii for the Hawaii Bowl 10 years ago or 11 years ago. I can't remember what. It was 11 years ago. And the flight was at like 5 a.m. to we had to get on the bus to LAX at around 4 a.m. And that was either we decided to sleep or we decided not to. And we decided not to sleep, and we went into the casino instead and tried to raise our per diem a little bit more. I ended up going about 100 plus on the per diem a little bit more, so your boy had a little bit more spending money. But I'm telling you what, here's the issue with me. I don't sleep on plus rides or plane rides. I just can't do it. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just my length, my height. It's hard for me to kind of just get nestled in. And so for about 36 hours, I was up straight from, going to L.A., flying from L.A. To Hawaii for the Hawaii Bowl. And I was in the beautiful beaches of Hawaii, trying to figure out what time of day is it, what am I wearing, where am I at? I don't even know what day it was. I was losing my mind. So, Chase, what's the longest you've stayed up?
The longest I stayed up,
Yeah.
my friends always call me an old man because I don't do too well with staying up. So
Right.
I probably I don't know, maybe like an all-nighter, and that's it.
You've
And then
done one all-nighter, right?
probably like a cool couple all-nighters, and then I went to
Right.
sleep right after.
Right. Jorge, you get up for the F1 stuff or the soccer stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the longest I've been up is like 2 days. But that's...
Oh, my
that's,
gosh.
Yeah, you start
What?
like hallucinating and stuff.
Yeah, no, you don't.
You don't want to do that.
No, you don't want to be doing that. No, 2 days?
It's not healthy.
No bueno, bro.
Yeah, that was back in the days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Are you? I need to know. Are people staying up for the 5 a.m. game, or am I going to bed at like 8 p.m.? Am I going to bed at like 9 or?
You could wake up early and get some coffee. And
But it's a good thing about the game, though, right? The 5 a.m. game, I could
Yeah.
get a little, wake up in, watch the game. Then the game wraps up at around 8. I'm ready to roll for the day. Or it's Sunday, man. You
Yeah, go back to sleep.
There's an app there in there. You go back to sleep or anything like that.
I mean, if you really want to get it started, you get a little Baileys in your coffee and get that going.
Here's the problem: I don't drink coffee. So am I in the mimosa department? Do I got to get?
a little orange juice.
Would my roommates judge me if they heard a pop in the house and they're like,
Let
"Who's
'em judge.
popping a cork at 5 in the morning
Let them judge.
for champagne and orange
Hey,
juice?"
they're not having fun.
They're not having fun.
You are.
Yeah, or maybe I don't do that and I find out where the next Clovis or Fresno bar that's open at 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Come on, folks, I
Yeah,
need some help
sure.
here. Where do I go? What's the spot? Do I go to Tower? Do I go to Old Town Clovis? Is something going to be open at 5 in the morning for this gold medal game? I need to know. I got to know, man. Send help.
I think our phones were blocked just now, but I think we're back on.
I got one reply on Twitter. Said Ruby's in Old Town Clovis opens at 6 a.m.
There you go.
Yeah? Okay.
All Town Club is coming through.
Yeah, I need to know. 5 a.m., folks. Wake up. Let's set some alarms, man. Let's see what we can do on a Sunday. All right. Go USA, huh? Go USA. I'm sure I'll get a recap on Monday. Groggy one at that, but should be good. Let me know. Call in 559-320-1430. Where do I got to go at 5 a.m. on a Sunday in Fresno, Clovis to go watch this hockey game? I need to know. Let's take a break. We'll be right back on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader.
ESPN Fresno is proud to bring back the Student Athlete of the Week. Each week, we'll honor a local high school standout for their performance on the field, in the gym, or on the court. It's our way of celebrating the hard work, dedication, and talent of Valley athletes who give it their all. And it all leads to Student Athlete of the Year. Do you have an athlete you believe is worthy of this award? Enter them in at 1430ESPNFresno.com today. The Student Athlete of the Week, shining a spotlight on the stars of tomorrow.
Cyber criminals stole $10 trillion from U.S. businesses last year. Did you know that 75% of businesses hit with ransomware do not survive? Is your company protected? Could your company survive a real-time cyber attack? Get a free consultation from M-Cubed Technologies today. Our team of cyber professionals are here to help and protect you from this real threat. Don't fall victim to cybercrime and risk losing your business. Contact M-Cubed Technologies today at mcubedtechnologies.com.
Introducing the Sidebar, a brand new open-air beer garden at Me and Ed's Coney Island Grill in River Park. Experience a new way to catch a game, hang with friends, and enjoy new appetizers, char-grilled burgers, salads, wings with over 10 house-made sauces, and of course, world-famous Me and Ed's pizza. Thirsty? Try our self-poured taps with over a dozen craft beers, wines, ciders, and craft seltzers, plus a full bar with an impressive selection of tequilas, whiskeys, and craft cocktails. The Sidebar at Me and Ed's Coney Island Grill, now open in River Park.
In 2026, the stakes have never been higher. Get ready, because we're giving away $4 million. From massive cash drawings to luxury prizes, this is your year to win big. $4 million in prizes, dozens of ways to win all year long. Only at Chukchansi Gold Resort and Casino, where every day could be the day.
Get your business noticed and stand out from the crowd by visiting MegaPrints. Working with the Valley's most prestigious and high-profile businesses since 1998, we print and install custom-designed signs for businesses of all types and sizes. From yard signs to banners to wallpaper and fleet graphics, MegaPrints has the state-of-the-art capability to turn the signage you've dreamed of into a reality. Visit megaprints.com today to see our work and what we can do for your business.
Quick, where can you find a great selection of Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Serta, and Mattress First bedding? Easy. The same place you'll find mattress protectors and more. Sleep Retreat, inside Fashion Furniture. It's the same place you'll find 150 recliners, custom upholstery, leather section.
Inventory is on clearance.
Asa texted me. My buddy Asa texted me about Canada and USA today. About Canada and USA today.
Is it PG?
Oh yeah, no, it's.
Oh yeah, then yeah.
Is it PC? Maybe PC. Maybe I don't know. Call USA and Canada the new fronts of the Cold War because they just separated Czechia and Slovakia from being in the hockey tournament, huh? We just velvet divorced there. You know what? There you go. Okay. History jokes. History jokes for those folks out there. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. I think it was a different thing. I don't know.
That was a different thing.
That was a different thing. Anyways. Okay. High school basketball tonight. Before we get into that, we do have some finals from last night to get to, of course. And so some folks, last night, man, some interesting results. However, maybe not in the way you think in terms of that, but 12 games last night for the boys' side to stamp tickets to Selland Arena. Let's get into it. Of course, D1, you had St. Joe's beat Bakersfield Christian, but it was close, folks. A 10-point win for St. Joe's. The St. Joseph team seems a little more vulnerable than last year for sure without Tunde Yesufu. So I think there's a real shot here for this D1 final, for this D1 boys final to be really close this year. So St. Joe's, the 1 seed, wins by 10, 67-57 over Bakersfield Christian last night. So that's a final. Buchanan beating Clovis North pretty handily, 58-41. So it's going to be interesting, this Buchanan-St. Joe's rematch. Buchanan, I think, has been the best-looking team in this tournament so far in the postseason. They've really been kind of rolling through here the last couple weeks. And as track champions, I think this team is real formidable with a real shot here. Another year added. I know, of course, the question was what they were going to look like after Connor Sheets left for graduation, but they've really retooled and reloaded. They got some great players on the defensive side, and they just don't really blink in certain situations. So, and that defense is swarming. Defense is swarming for Buchanan. So I'm fascinated by what the matchup will look like. St. Joe's Buchanan D1 final, which, by the way, we are going to broadcast Saturday at 8 p.m. For you folks on 1430 next Saturday. So that is in 8 days, downtown Selland Arena, St. Joe's Buchanan. Rematch from last year, and certainly who knows if the story will be written differently. D2, you had Clovis winning by 6 over Bakersfield. They kind of kept them arm's length a little bit there in that game, but this Clovis team is going to be very formidable going into the D2 final. I can't wait to kind of watch this Cougars squad. That D2 final will be a matchup between them and Atascadero, who kind of ran away from Hoover in that final matchup. And really good year for the Hoover Patriots. I really enjoyed watching them play. 69-52, Atascadero beats Hoover on the home court there. So can't wait to see Atascadero and Clovis go at it. And I will say this, we're locking in on that matchup on Friday. That's the D2 final. That's at 8 p.m. From Selland Arena. So we're going to have the Clovis and Atascadero matchup right here on 1430. Atascadero, Jorge, the Greyhounds. The Greyhounds of Atascadero. And their logo, it seems like an old school logo. I was kind of looking at it. For a long time, Jorge, because I never really read their logo, I thought it was a camel.
I thought there was something else. I thought they would call something else.
No, they're the Greyhounds.
And they changed their name.
Maybe they did change it. I don't know. Looks very old schooly logo.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm mistaken them.
Something about burnt orange. I like burnt orange in a high school color scheme. I don't know. Something about it. Maybe I'm just Texas biased.
Burnt orange. Huh.
Yeah. Huh? Let's go to D3. CVC outlast Justin Garza last night, 60-50. So CVC, Jacob Bergman is the name you're going to recognize here for the next couple of years. He's just a sophomore, gets the win there. They are going to face Tulare Union, who beat Kingsburg by 4. Kingsburg nearly getting an upset on the road over the 1 seed, but Tulare Union, they're so formidable. Mark Hatton and that crew down there in the South Valley. I can't wait to see this matchup. This one's going to be at 4 o'clock on Saturday before the D1 girls finals. So we'll be spectating that. I can't wait to watch it. I'm sure you can't wait to watch it. So we'll look forward to that. D4, Sanger West, all over Monache last night, 80-60. That magical run for Sanger West, first-year head coach, and all these guys just really rewriting the history books for the Sanger West squad. The Hornets going to go up against McLean. So we get McLean and Sanger West. McLean wins 76-64. And, we get league opponents in the D4 final on Friday. And by the way, that game's at 4 p.m. And by the way, we are zeroing in on doing that matchup at 4 p.m. So Jorge, we'll have that on Friday on 1430. So that is officially going to be our docket. Sanger West and McLean in the D4 final. And not going to lie, I think it's going to be a really fun one. It's going to be a really fun one, huh?
Yeah, I feel like that's a great matchup that we're gonna have.
How Sanger West has got to be how old is their school? It's not very old.
Sanger West, I believe, is just a few years old.
Yeah, right.
I think this might be their first overall season.
Really?
I think maybe last year was just like a freshman kind of.
Yeah, it was just kind of like getting used to it season.
Not really sure, but yeah.
Interesting. Just kind of like what Clovis South is kind of going through right now.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. D5, you have Santa Maria handling business, going over the century mark, beating California City last night. So Santa Maria 103 over 76 over California City. So Santa Maria and Coalinga beats Exeter 58-47. Some good teams down there. Coalinga is going to go to the championship and take on Santa Maria in D5. So that you get there. And then D6, if I got it really in front of me really quickly, the scores there. I may have just lost it. It's fine. I know the teams who are in it: Orosi and Summit Charter Collegiate Academy. Yeah, Summit Charter Collegiate Academy barely beating Fireball last night. Fireball was a 14 seed running through this bracket, by the way, Jorge. 57-55. Summit Charter Academy gets the win. They will face a very good Orosi team. Orosi 54-43 with their win over Orcutt. So we got the Orosi Cardinals against Summit Charter Collegiate Academy out of Porterville. So a little Orosi Porterville action. That is a Friday at noon game there on the weekend. By the way, I didn't mention the time of the Santa Maria and Coalinga game. I believe that's a noon Saturday broadcast, or not our broadcast, but Saturday at noon tip-off time for the folks out there. So that's the boys' schedule. And one thing to note, Jorge, outside of D6, we had the 1s and the 2s make it in the seeding. And when you have the 1s and the 2s making it from the bracket, something tells me that the seeding's got it right. And I think that's been kind of there's been some folks who maybe felt like before this postseason that some teams were not in the right division, not in the right areas, not in the right spots. But it's kind of hard to argue that when you have 1 versus 2 at the end of the season outside of D6, 5 divisions finishing at 1 versus 2 in the championship. I think kudos to the CIF for getting it right. I mean, if some people have their opinions, but I think they seeded it right, and it's bearing out in real tangible evidence there that 1 versus 2 tells you they seeded and properly rated the teams this year and where they were supposed to go.
Yeah, I feel like that it makes a lot of sense that they did that, and also how strong these teams are. It just shows you that they compete and they compete well.
Right, but it wasn't like those top 2 seeds are like running away from it. It's just the fact that they just are playing very well and well down the stretch, and I think it goes to show you that they earned the seed that they have. So we'll see. Let me do a little scoreboard rundown of what the girls' schedule looks like tonight. So just bear with me here. I'm just trying to get you folks ready for tonight's games. Of course, I'm sure you're going to be heading out there pretty soon here to where you're going. You're probably leaving work right at 4 just to get to where you're going here tonight. D1, we have Clovis and Central East tonight. Remember, Clovis needed a, de facto miracle basket last week. Chase, I don't know if you heard the end of this game. Clovis down 1 with 1.7 seconds to go. They have the ball at their own baseline. They got to go other side of the court, and they do Hail Mary kind of throw to one of the players. Player turns, kind of dumps it to her other teammate, and the teammate turns and just kind of flips it up and just buckets.
With how many seconds?
With 1.7 seconds.
How did they do all that in 1.7 seconds?
Well, the clock doesn't start until the girl touches the ball at the other end. Yeah. So she just had the nice arm, chucked it.
Yeah. But even the pass, that must have been really quick.
Just a little catch, boom, was kind of turning her way when she caught it, and she kind of just dumped it off to her teammate underneath, and her teammate just kind of turned and just got a shot off.
Other team thought they won. They must have gave up.
Oh man, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, how you feel about which side would you think has the edge if you're going to go with that, right? Because I know you don't know nothing about Clovis and Central East, or maybe you've been following the teams, but if you're Central East and you lost a game like that a week and a half ago and you could have won the league, and instead Clovis ends up winning it, who do you think has the mental edge coming into this game tonight? Are you the team that lost like that heartbreaker, or the team that won that heartbreaker and feels like they have the momentum there? What side do you think is feeling a little bit more ahead of this game?
I want to say the team that has the momentum from winning, but also I would think that like the team that lost would probably, have that edge to them. Like, all right, we lost like this. Like, we should have won the game.
Right.
So we got to come into it. We got to play harder, and we could have won that game.
Right. It's interesting, right? Think about where the psychology is sitting into the game like that. So Clovis Central East. Reminder, that game last week could have won the title for either team, and so Clovis ended up winning it. And by the way, Clovis ends up winning it for the first time in 31 years, the league, the track title, which ran through Clovis West, which is who we are broadcasting tonight, Clovis West and Carruthers. Clovis West has won that league for 20-plus years in a row, dominant as any dominant program can be, and now they sit here needing a win to get to Selland. They're a 2 seed. I don't believe anybody can remember the last time Clovis West was a 1 seed or was not a 1 seed in this tournament. And this one's at 6 p.m. And I can't wait to see what these two teams match up like, because it's just state title potential galore in that matchup. So that's the D1 side of things. Let's run through it quickly. D2, Bakersfield Christian 1 seed hosting Monache. Monache got that win over Orcutt back in Wednesday. Bakersfield Christian beating Bullard earlier. So they got Bakersfield Christian, Monache. You got Clovis North, who had the upset over Frontier last week. They play Sierra Pacific, who also got an upset over Centennial. So Clovis North's got a game tonight, and that's at 6:30. So you want to be paying attention to that. D3 at 6 o'clock, you got Emmanuel and Hoover. Emmanuel's a 1 seed. They host Hoover. The Patriots had the upset over Dinuba. So Hoover is a winner there. You got Shafter hosting Morro Bay tonight. That's at 6 p.m. That's in D3. D4, Matilda Torres, a top seed. They have Mendota tonight. That's at 6 p.m. You also have a Tescadero on the other side. They're a 2 seed. They're hosting Tulare Union tonight. So that'll be a game tipping at 6 o'clock. D5 girls, Kalinga, a 1 seed, still alive. They have Santa Ynez, who won over Bishop Union. Santa Ynez, a team that was at Selland last year. You've got Corcoran advancing, and they got to play their opponent, which I'm looking at the bracket here, and they have not updated Rosamond and Mount Whitney. I think Mount Whitney and Rosamond still have to play tonight, so they're going to have to adjust where Corcoran's going to play tonight. I don't think they're getting their game in, or maybe I'm just seeing something different. I think they had to reschedule their game, so a little bit of a different schedule for D5. D6, you got Chowchilla hosting Foothill tonight. Chowchilla, the 1 seed, Foothill, the 4 seed. They beat McLean earlier. And then you have Exeter getting a home game as they take on Fowler, who upset Summit Charter, a collegiate academy. So that is the high school stuff tonight. Our game, Clovis West and Carruthers, 5:45 pregame, 6 p.m. tip-off. Let's take a break. Let's see what we're watching this weekend. Get you set for other basketball and other sports coming up this weekend, so stay with us. Behind the Bench rolls along on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader.
I swear, this furnace barely kept us warm all winter.
Tell me about it. And did you see our latest gas bill? It's higher again. I'm over this.
At this point, I'm ready to wear 3 jackets in the house.
Well, maybe we should do what Sally did.
Sally across the street?
Yep. She got her furnace tune-up from Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. Now her systems run efficiently, exactly the way it's supposed to.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm. And she only paid $99 for their furnace tune-up special.
Okay, that's it. I'm calling them.
You should. And they give you a 2-hour booking window, so you're not stuck waiting around all day.
For over 45 years, Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating has proudly kept Valley homes comfortable and energy efficient. Schedule your $99 furnace tune-up today and get your system running right. Call 559-785-1212. That's 559-785-1212. Or visit leesair.com. CLN number 635355.
AC Heat and Plumbing, you just call Lee's. It's easy as calling Lee's. Lee's AC, Lee's AC, Plumbing and Heat, yeah. Lee's AC.
Now is a great time to review your company's retirement plan. Do you understand the advisory fees you're paying and the services you should be receiving? Is your current advisor making your life easier by handling all of those time-consuming questions from your employees and phone calls to your plan provider? Is your current advisor solely focused on company-sponsored retirement plans and able to keep up to date with ever-changing regulations so you feel confident that your plan is in compliance? Do you feel great about the investment options in your plan? Are you receiving quarterly updates on their performance? Employers who work with 401k specialists can answer yes to all of those questions. 401k Specialists is the dedicated retirement plan team powered by Thiessen-Duker Modern Wealth Management. Visit thiessen-duker.com to learn more about how we work differently so you can answer yes to those questions. The advisors of Thiessen-Duker Modern Wealth Management are registered representatives with and securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
I'm here at the Roger Dunn Open. Former Fresno State football coach Pat Hill is at the first tee.
Hey, it's a fairway hit.
Yeah, but that's the wrong fairway, Coach.
I need to buy a golf game.
Coach, I really think you need a Roger Dunn makeover.
When you buy a game at Roger Dunn, you can play anybody, anytime, anywhere. This is the old coach, Pat Hill. I bought this 7-iron at Roger Dunn Golf. Number 8 at Tehama, 162 yards out. Eagle, baby!
Fall is here, and it's time to get moving at Valley Athletics. Phil Bonatti from Behind the Bench telling you about new programs coming up. Starting soon, you can sign up for monthly memberships for K through 8th graders, working on volleyball, basketball, and strength and agility. It's as little as $15 per class. Speaking of sign-ups, the great facilities there are always available for rentals, including birthday parties. So take advantage of that today, especially as we get to those colder months. You can find all the sign-up information on their website, valleyathletics.co. Valley Athletics, developing the athlete in everyone.
Back the birds, Fresno. Don't miss another week of Fresno Pacific University Sunbirds action at the Special Event Center.
Dribbling with the left hand. She's going to fire another three. That one good as well. 3 straight threes on 3 straight possessions.
All games are just $10 for fans 18 and older. 17 and under get in free. Back the birds, Fresno. Catch both men's and women's basketball before the season wraps up. Don't miss the excitement. For schedule and ticket information, visit fpuathletics.com today. See you there.
At Helena Agri-Enterprises, we're committed to helping you make the best agronomic decisions for your farm. That's why we combine cutting-edge technology with superior product. Helena's agri-intelligence solutions use in-depth analysis to identify potential problems in the field before they take root. Combined with a complete line of high-quality crop production and crop protection inputs, Helena has the tools to help you increase productivity, enhance performance, and maximize your return on investment. Contact your local Helena representative or authorized dealer to create the right plan for your farm with Helena products and agri-intelligence solutions.
ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader. Let's do a little, what are we watching this weekend? What are we watching for the folks out there? Of course, I named a couple things getting set for the weekend. Of course, we're going to dive into a couple of them. But, Jorge, where are we starting? What are we watching this weekend for you?
I don't know. Let me see. Hold on.
Nothing?
I got some soccer to watch, you know.
Of course you do.
Like always.
Of course you got some soccer to watch.
But it's definitely and actually MLS is coming back. That's what's Sunday. Yeah. MLS is starting Sunday, so
Daniel showed me a graphic that said it's harder to win the MLS Cup than the Championship Cup. Like some guy was quoted saying it's harder to win the MLS Cup than winning the Champions League.
You gotta be punching the face. He gotta be fired. He gotta be fired. No. No, I'm not gonna punch. I'm not gonna punch anybody in the face. No.
Can I argue this though? If the tournament is considered a little more random in its result, then maybe it is harder
because the Champions League.
Well,
You're talking about the Champions League.
Well, okay. Here's follow my logic ladder for a little bit, because you don't get that many games in MLS to kind of like prove the best are the best, right? As opposed to in the Champions League, it feels like a more better structured format in terms of how they go through the tournament, correct?
Yeah, the Champions League is played by the elite European teams.
Yeah, inherently the talent is greater, but the result is less random. So if you have greater talent, then yeah, you're going to win the thing. as opposed to the randomness of some other tournament like the MLS playoff.
How did Miami won it last time? But if it wasn't for Messi and his crew,
exactly. But what I'm saying is sometimes the format's a little random, is it not? The MLS Cup.
Are we talking about the cup or the
playoff?
champions?
The format, the playoff.
Playoff, yeah.
Because you don't like the format of the MLS playoffs.
Well, I didn't used to. They changed it. Remember, they changed it to this year.
Okay.
But I didn't used to like it. So, but on top, like he's saying that it's harder to win the MLS Cup.
I argue it's the hardest damn tournament to win is March Madness. Like if you have to go like hardest tournament to win just to like guarantee yourself winning, like there's no guarantees in March Madness that you're going to win a championship if you're the best team.
And that's exactly how the championship is.
In NBA, I feel like it's the exact opposite. I'm trying to think of Major League Baseball. It feels like it's not careening that way to the randomness. You know?
No, there's no randomness. I don't understand what he's talking about. Like
I don't know. By the way,
MLS,
this isn't Daniel's opinion. This is the opinion of the guy. He's like he plays with Messi, I think, in the MLS or something like that. Or I don't know. I can't even attribute the quote because I just wanted to see how angry you got.
No, that's no, that's not happening.
No. Okay, all right.
No.
Chase, what are you watching this weekend?
Check out some college baseball.
College baseball, huh?
Yes, sir.
Go see them Dogs. You going tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna go tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pepperdine, good program. They got 4 games against them. What's that? First pitch 6 o'clock.
Yeah, 6 o'clock.
Right. Okay. Is this your first time seeing the Dogs this year?
Yeah, no, actually, I went to the previous game, the last 3 games. I went to that whole series.
Okay.
I know it got rained out on Monday.
Yeah. I was there Friday. I went to the worst one.
I know. They got, yeah.
I went to the worst one where I got soaked because there was a lot of errors. So maybe it painted my perception of the teams a little bit of like, oh, man, it's a little slappy. But Paul kind of reassured me, Paul Leffler.
They're just getting started.
We had him on yesterday. He reassured me they're getting a little, it was one game with the sloppiness, and the bats are starting to turn a little bit. And I think what they need to establish is frontline starting and where they're going to kind of who are the anchor guys in terms of where you can feel like you could throw a guy for 6 innings and feel confident in the tournament that he's going to get you through a day one.
Yep.
So, yeah, we're going to figure that out. But Pepperdine's a good program, and Fresno State got its work handed for us because you got to go to Stanford after this. You got to go to Arizona after this. You get a little Sac State in you in between all that. So this is going to be an interesting weekend. I hope the Bats show up, though. I think the Bats showed up in the Sunday game.
They put up 9 runs in the bottom of the
I think
first.
it was all right that they missed the Monday game, but I don't know. I don't know what kind of benefit. I just maybe momentum says we get to 2-2 if you get the Monday game, but Friday tonight. I'm going tomorrow to the basketball.
Okay.
To the Fresno State basketball because they got New Mexico, and I'm very curious to see how that game plays out. Jake Heidbreder supposedly is back. That's what Paul Leffler told me yesterday as well. New Mexico, a very 3-point dependent team. Unfortunately, in Save Martin Center, when it's kind of a cavern, sometimes shooting's hard in a place like that, right? And the sight lines and all that. I've been told many times when it's a bigger arena, it's kind of hard to gauge what you're kind of shooting at when you're there. So maybe they can take a benefit of that, or New Mexico just gets hot and that's just going to be the end all be all. It's going to be dependent on that, but I think Fresno State has a good. Okay, let me rephrase this. There's a really great opportunity in front of them tomorrow if the right things fall their way. If there's certain guys that play a little above what they are capable of, which isn't out of the realm of something I'm asking for. Like I said, this Mountain West is not it's not impenetrable at the top 4. I think there's a real shot at some of the bottom lower teams to maybe create an upset there, and Fresno State is in that position right now where they're in the 8-9 game, so they would probably face Utah State if the season ended today. But it's all about a confidence game, right? It's all about confidence in beating an opponent like this tomorrow with New Mexico. And so that's just kind of where my mindset is as a fan tomorrow is let's show up. This is one of the big games of the year left on the bracket, on the schedule, right? Because you got the national TV side of things. You got 5 p.m., you've got New Mexico. New Mexico's a hot team. New Mexico is desperate to maybe even be an at-large team. You beat them, certainly they're not in a conversation anymore to be an at-large team in March Madness, right? So there's going to be some urgency tomorrow, I think. And for me, that creates good basketball. And I think there's some real potential bright spots of what Fresno State could showcase tomorrow. I think it's going to be a fun basketball game. I'm going to be there. I don't know if you guys are going to. I know you got baseball Saturday, so you're going to be stuck over there on Saturday with the baseball side of things.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know as I'll be going to this game.
Yeah,
but I will say if you play like you got something to lose, then you should win the game.
Right. Yeah. And Jorge, I know you'll be stuck here doing the FPU broadcast. I think tomorrow, right?
Be listening to some basketball.
Yeah, you'll be getting some basketball. Man, you could come in second half though. You might wrap up. FPU might wrap up in time, and you could get to that second half of that men's game. The Fresno State men's game over the
summer. For the men's, no, the men's game takes longer.
Men's game's at 4. Oh, it does take longer. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Well.
They've like to go overtime.
Oh, fun! This concept called overtime.
So the game is great. The game is great, but for me, who's been here for a couple hours extra, it's not that great.
You're right. What else am I watching this weekend? Of course, gold medal match. Certainly going to be exciting. Tonight, Laker basketball. They got the Clippers. Luka Doncic seems to be a full go now for the rest of whatever we're going to see here. Luka was third tops in the MVP voting. Last I saw, I think he was 20-1 or something like that. It seems like it's like Cade and Jokic and SGA, but. Can the Lakers change my perspective on this team with a game like tonight? I don't know. Probably not. Clippers are a team you're supposed to beat, but there's certain aspects of this team that if you showcase some things, maybe you play a little differently. Maybe you have a couple more, things in your pocket for you to be able to showcase in the playoffs, right? Lakers currently sitting in that 5, or are they in that 6 right now in the standings? They're in that 5.
Yeah, they're in that 5
with Denver, right? They got a couple games in hand. They just got to stay above Minnesota. That's kind of in terms of it. But maybe tonight's a start of a run for the Lakers. Like I said, they've got
Sunday. They got Lakers Celtics.
Yeah, you got the Clippers, you got the Celtics, you got the Magic, you got the Suns, you got the Warriors, you got the Kings, you got the Pelicans. To me, that feels like a 6-2 kind of stretch, 7-2 stretch. If the Lakers are going to want to be the team they're wanting to be, right? You feel like you want to go 7-2 there before you get that big matchup in Denver against the Nuggets.
6-3 because they're facing the Kings.
Okay.
What?
Chase,
what are we laughing?
We played a game earlier this week. I'm like, can we find a win for the Kings? Like, I don't think the Kings are winning another damn game.
Absolutely not. They're just the absolute bottom. They're not going anywhere. There's no more fourth quarter Fox.
I gave him one Pelicans game. I think I did. I think I gave him one Pels game. That was it. I'm looking at their schedule again real quick. If they play the Wizards again, I might give them one. They don't play the Wizards again. So they play the Nets a couple times. So I don't know.
That could be a possibility.
It could be a chance. Could be a chance.
Telling you, this is how we make a run.
This is how you make a run.
This is how you make a run. It's not happening.
Lakers Celtics on Sunday. Is that a must watch, or is that something we're just peeping a little bit at?
It's gonna be on 14:30.
That's true. What do you think, Chase? Lakers Celtics. Is that going to tell you anything?
It's not really a much watch. I got the Celtics beating them. I know Jason Tatum's coming back in March.
Is he now? Yeah.
Yeah. Jaylen Brown's been killing it, though.
Yeah. Pride of California. Pride of the Bears, huh? Cool. Well, that's kind of a wrap for us. Just a reminder of the schedule again. Tonight, 6 p.m., we're going to be Carruthers and Clovis West. 5:45 pregame. Yours truly on the call with Paul Matters. Should be fun. Lakers Clippers tonight, 6:45. That's over on 790. Be sure to tune in, 7 o'clock then. Paul Matters Show, Central Valley Sports Report. Full recap of the high school week tomorrow, 10 a.m. to noon at First String Sports on 1430 over on 790. 2 p.m. start. Men's and women's basketball doubleheader from Fresno Pacific against Menlo College. Sunday, Lakers Celtics 3:15 with the 3:30 tip-off from L.A. And then we'll be back Monday with another edition of Behind the Bench with Phil Bonatti. Yes. By the way, I got it on confirmation. Tuesday, Coach Entz coming in to be on the show. So we're going to have Coach Entz, Fresno State football, checking in with him. Haven't had him on a bit. So nice little time to talk to him about all the hot topics and what to expect from the football team as they get into spring practices pretty soon. Not quite yet there, but we're getting there. All right, guys. Great job. Great show.
Great show.
Great show. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Chase, good to see you again. Yeah, we'll be back on Monday. Until then, tune in tonight. 5:45 we'll be here. Stay until then. 6 o'clock.